Hello there guys, it's Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about clothing that I regret buying. I feel like it's important to talk about the things that I've bought and then, a couple years down the line been like, actually, I shouldn't have bought this. Because I talk a lot about clothes that I do buy. But yeah, I made a video like this a few years ago where I said, I bought these pieces. And in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have actually gone down that route of purchasing this specific piece. It's not that anything is wrong with said pieces. It's not necessarily about like the quality of the piece or that I think it's made with bad materials or anything like that. It's more to the fact of like cost per wear. So when I think of all my clothing pieces in my wardrobe, I tend to think like, well, how much was it and how often do I wear it and have I got a good cost per wear out of it? So there are pieces that I wear nearly every single day and I'm like, that was a good investment because I wear it all the time. And then there's some pieces that cost a lot of money and I don't really wear them or haven't even worn them more than twice. So I'm like, that was a bad investment. So that's the kind of pieces that we're gonna go through today. So the first piece, I absolutely love this brand, Y Project. I have a few other pieces in my wardrobe that I actually do wear quite often. But I bought the Y Project Cowboy Denim. These are incredible. Like, they're such a unique and interesting design, which is obviously the reason why I bought them, because I thought, wow, they're so interesting. They basically are a pair of grey denim jeans, but the cowboy boot detail kind of separates, so they become shorts, and then you can leave like the top of the boot pushed down onto your legs, so it looks like you have like a fabric boot coming off. They're really, really cool and very, very unique. I absolutely love them. I think I wore them once at Coachella last year, and I've not worn them again since. And they're like 300, 400 pounds. So in retrospect, should I have bought them? Probably not. Were they more of like an impulse novelty item? Yes. Did they look amazing at Coachella? Yes. Like, I'm sure there are people that would have these and wear them all the time, but for me they have not been that piece that I'm like reaching for to go with my like everyday casual vibes. So unfortunately, yeah, these were something that I regret buying. Next up is a pair of Balenciaga shoes. I'm obsessed. I'm the biggest Balenciaga fan ever. I have like 10 pairs of Balenciaga shoes and boots. And again, this has nothing to do with the brand. This is literally just because I do not wear these shoes. They're actually the HD sneakers, and these were from winter 22. I think they're really cool and unique design. Maybe I'll wear them this summer. I'm not really sure, because obviously they came out later last year and they're not really a winter shoe. There's literally no grip on them whatsoever. They're cool. They have cutouts. They're more like a sandal in my eyes. I know they look like a sneaker, but they are more of like a sandal type thing, or like the foam runner from Yeezy, for example. It's like that kind of vibe. But again, I've just not been reaching for them. I've not been putting them on, and I've had these for maybe 6 to 8 months now, maybe a bit longer. And again, just not like reaching for them. I don't think I've worn them out once. So again, in hindsight, like, I've got so many pairs of Balenciaga sneakers and shoes that I reach for and go for all the time. So again, this was probably like an impulse buy. I do think they're really cool and a sick design. I'm actually just gonna hang on to these because I do think I might wear them in the future. Next up is an incredible jacket from a brand on Depop called Holy Grail, and they literally sell loads of like vintage baseball Letterman jackets. And again, this one is actually, I would wear this a lot. Basically, this is a jacket. It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it. However, it's too tight. It doesn't fit me. It does fit me, but it's not the kind of style that I like. I love it if it was super oversized. Even though it is an XL, it's just not the right size for me. I love the embroidery of the ghosts. There's like black cats on it. I think there's a bat somewhere as well. It's so cool and I'm obsessed with it. And again, this is nothing wrong with the jacket, like if the sizing was correct. And it just goes to show as well, like, you could have the most insane piece that you absolutely love, but if it doesn't fit right, if the shape on your body, like the silhouette that it creates, isn't right, I don't know, I'm just not gonna wear it because it's not. I think when I was younger, I used to do that a lot. I'd buy clothes because I like the look of them and how they are, but then when I put it on my body, it didn't really make sense and wasn't flattering, or like I didn't like the shape that it was creating on my body. But I would wear it anyway. Whereas as I've grown up, that's kind of where I've come to realize that I might love a piece like of clothing like in a shop or on the runway, or like find a vintage piece and I'm like, wow, that is amazing. But then I put it on myself and I'm like, actually, it doesn't look right. So that is what happens with this one. It's just like too tight and bunched up. It's definitely giving like Eddie Slimane, like YSL, Celine vibe, like the fit on my body, and that's just not my style. I like it and I appreciate it, but it's just not what I love. So again, this was like £400 and I've just not worn it that much, but I wish that I did. So maybe in the future I'm gonna look out for a really oversized vintage like baseball jacket with all this kind of like embroidery detail, because I absolutely love it. It's a really, really cool brand if you want to go check it out, the Holy Grail. Yeah. And there's a lot of boxes to tick when it comes to clothing for me. Like I have to like the design, the color, the fit. I'm super picky, so I think this is another thing why I struggle in vintage shops, because my next piece is vintage as well, and it is a vintage leather biker jacket. Every time I go into like a vintage store, I have to go to the biker jackets and check them all, and I'm always, again, like trying to tick those imaginary boxes in my head and never seem to be able to fill them. And I thought this one did. I was up in Manchester in Affleck's Palace in like Pop Boutique, and I was like, wow, this jacket is amazing. I really like it. And I tried it on and I was like, I love it. I think it was like 80 quid. And then when I got home, I actually wore this out a couple of times, but again, it's too tight. Like it's keeping my like shoulders bunched up. It is again giving that like YSL Celine kind of glam rock vibe, and it's just not very me. So again, an impulse purchase that I've not worn a lot, and I tend to do it with leather jackets a lot. I have to like check myself every time that I'm vintage shopping. I'm like, don't do it again, Joel, don't do it again. But yeah, I just love how they look. I love like an aged, worn biker jacket, and I think this looks sick. Like it's so beautiful, but again, it's just not getting worn, and I don't think I can keep things in my wardrobe that I don't wear. Now the next piece I've had for so long, and people would consider like, don't sell it, it's a collector's piece. I've even had like stylists of rappers try and email me to buy this off me in the past, and they never said yes. But now as like the years go by, I'm like, maybe I would sell it. It is iconic, and it is Helia Emile. It's one of their earlier designs, because they're not, this isn't really their style anymore, but this is like a hand embroidered, all these pearls are individually sewn. It's a pearl bomber jacket. I think it's making the camera go a bit crazy. You can see the HE on the back here. It is incredibly beautiful. I actually picked it up on a Black Friday sale, so I think it was only half price. It's a good size as well, like it fits, but again, it's just not something that I wear every day. I mean, some people might, but it's incredibly heavy. It's actually lost, my pearl just fell off. It's actually lost quite a few pearls as well, like down here you can see, but because it's so delicate, like that is bound to happen. It is an incredibly designed piece, and it is beautiful. Obviously so many hours have gone into making this. I do fear that if I did wear it every day, all the pearls would just fall off eventually. But yeah, this is something that, again, all these pieces at the time I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing, I have to have it, like I wear it so much. And then I get it and then it sits in my wardrobe and I'm like, oh, we really need to think about things a lot before we purchase them going forward. That brings me to the last piece in this video, which is the Balenciaga Gucci Hacker Project puffer jacket. This was like £2.5 grand. So the Hacker Project was in the Clones 2022 Balenciaga runway. And it's where Gucci and Balenciaga were allowed to like go into each other's archives and like mess around with prints and patterns and stuff like that, and just create these designs using both house codes. It's an incredible collaboration. It is. I'm obsessed with it, and I still am. Me in my mind, when I was getting it, I was like, it's between Gucci and Balenciaga, something we've never seen before. It's gonna be worth a lot of money one day. It is a really beautifully designed puffer jacket as well. Like it's an incredible shape. It's got that like oversized feel of Balenciaga as well. So I was like, yes, this is definitely worth it. Flash forward to now, and again, I've only worn this for the pictures that I took in it when I first got it, and then every time I've gone to wear it since, I've been a bit like, oh, but it's so nice, like I shouldn't wear it because it's so nice. And it's like, I wish I got it. My biggest mistake of this, I think, is I wish I got it in black. I think I got it in, I go through this a lot with all my clothes. I'm like, when I'm shopping, I'm like, oh, maybe I should get in a different color because my whole wardrobe is black. And then I regret it. So I'm just gonna buy black things from going forward because I never wear them. I bought this beige one because I was like, oh, it's iconic Gucci. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I should have bought it in black. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm currently selling this one, or swapping it for a black in a size 48. So if anyone knows anyone, or if you are interested in purchasing it off me, it is an iconic piece, obviously. But yeah, I just haven't worn it. And I've seen so many people that I follow on Instagram that have this jacket that wear it all the time, and it looks amazing, but it's just not something that I'm reaching for. Like I said at the start of the video, it's nothing to do with like the quality or anything to do with like the brands that sell these or anything like that. It's literally the fact that I haven't worn them, and I've spent a lot of money on them. And when I spend a lot of money on a piece of clothing, I think that I'm gonna wear it a lot, and then wah wah. I think it's important to do these kinds of videos as well, because like all of the purchases that I do show here on YouTube, like not all of them are smart decisions. So keep that in mind when you're shopping in the future. I'd love to know what you guys think of all these pieces. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.